wanted to say something, Arama, before you give it to somebody else.
Yes.
You know, the reflection of the money that we send home looks so big. But when you go deeper and check, it's money that we send to school fees, hospital.
Yes.
You know, it's not money that does anything. But actually, we need to sit down and see how we can put together our money that it actually has a very definite effect back home. Where when you say tunafunga pipe, they know there is an effect. If we can actually send our money in form of bonds, like infrastructure bonds, you know, things like those, where when you get the dividends from it, you can do the other small projects. Now, from there, they can listen to you because Mombasa-Nairobi Road is being built by Diaspora. If you refuse to put your money in it, they feel the effect. And then the other thing that I know we can get in and actually there are people who can listen to us is access to justice back home. If we can get this, if we can talk to the judiciary and see how people in diaspora can be helped to access justice, like mtu akikula pesa yako and you are here, how it can be made so easy for you to actually follow up in the justice system. It also has an effect because people will not be misusing our things because we are fast. And it can actually, now that things will be orderly, our money can actually be effective in making the changes that we want to make. Those two things are some of the things that I was thinking we can do as diaspora, where we can get in so easy versus actually pushing to have representation in parliament and all those kind of things, which it will take long. Even having a presidential candidate for us at the moment, it's kind of a dream because Kenyan politics is still local, is still tribal, is still all those kind of things. It's a steeper hill to climb versus actually using our money, which we know we have, to force some of the things that we want to be done.
All right. And I think people like Lucia and Bitok can actually identify people who we can actually help push. Because when somebody was talking about representation, there's nobody to represent us. We need to represent ourselves. Sure. You cannot pick any Tom, Dick, and Harry and put him in Parliament. Now Sembe and represent. Arama is here. Emmanuel is here. Kibiti is here. Manyura is here. David Monda is here. These people can talk for themselves. These are the people who have encountered the whole thing. If you want to do ukitaka kufanya hiyo benchmarking ama sijui ni bench eating, tell these people, ask them, how is the education system? How is infrastructure? What are they doing? We have all the technocrats here. How is their financial whatever running? How is their financial business running? How can we replicate? That is the thing. Atukutambia tunachukua another Tom, Dick and Mukulaji unamweka pale, they will do nothing. You understand? They will do. We want to be in that policy. We want to be in the constitution. Na tunajua if Arama is here for 3 years, Emmanuel achukue 3 years, Kibichi achukue 3 years, we will be rotating these minds. We will get fresh ideas so that watu wakisema wanaenda benchmarking, mimi ndio ninaenda nafanya hiyo photo whatever, ninaenda ninawaeka kwa Zoom, tuna discuss, we create, nawaambia endeni mtengeneze. I take a leave, anakuja mwezi mzima, tunaangalia, tunamaliza. Hiyo pesa inafanyiwa, inapelekwa kwa health, hiyo pesa inapelekwa kwa education, hiyo pesa inapelekwa pale pengine. But telling us that somebody to represent, we don't want to be represented. We can represent ourselves.
And also before you go, Joel,
yes,
Arama, with your permission. Arama, with your permission, I'm saying we have guys who have joined in. We have some new guys who have joined in, the three of them. You have only 15 minutes to finish. So I was thinking maybe for the guys who have joined in, the three guys, David Monda, Manyura, and Gilbert, maybe we give them an opportunity to contribute first, then we come in for the last round. Please. So I'll start with David Monda.
Hey, Gabriel, pole sana, nilikuwa nimechelewa. Kunradhi nyote. Ni kama nilichanganyikiwa na masaa hapa ndugu zanguni. Mimi nilifikiria ni masaa za Alhamisi hapa Marekani, na kumbe jamani ni Jumatano hapa Marekani. Lakini nikichangia ndugu yangu, umefanya vyema sana, na lazima pia niongezee kusema ya kwamba usitutumie Bwana Bitok, tusikia kwamba wewe umeingia siasa na umetutumia kama godoro chafu. La pili pia ningechangia nikisema ya kwamba tafadhali tuchange rasilimali zetu hapa wana diaspora. Mimi nilikuwa na fununu, tafadhali tufikirie kila mwisho wa mwaka, nafikiria Gabriel waweza kuchangia Gerald jambo hili. Pengine tunaweza kutoa mchango fulani kusaidia COVID. Mimi nadhana hii kwa hamu na kwa gamu. Hapa Marekani hata ukienda Vegas uone rugby, ile pesa wa Kenya wanamwaga kule, utashangaa. Mimi nafikiria hapa Disemba, najua imefika karibu, lakini Gerald, ukiweza utumie chombo hiki, hata kama tuseme tuchangie kila mtu 100 ama wale wanaweza watoe ngiri moja, you know, watoe. Tukifikiria kama kila mtu atoe 1,000, wale wanajiweza, watu 10 tayari, hiyo ni milioni 1. Tukichangia tusaidie tuseme familia moja kwa kila kaunti 48. Tuongeze hii sauti. Alafu mwaka ujao ikifika Disemba pia tuwe na ule msururu na tutaweza kuchangia tena zaidi. Watu tukiwa watu 10 leo, mwaka ujao tutakuwa watu 1,000. Kila mtu naye akichangia chake, tutaongezea jambo hili na tutajua kwamba tutachanga kutoa na ule moyo wetu. Manake tutajua kwamba Gerald atatumia pesa zetu kwa njia nzuri, hata tuingiza kwa siasa au kujiendeleza na masponsa na wale watoto of Nairobi, wale ndogo, mwajua mnachokifanya. Au bibi wa pili, watatu au 4, tafadhali tuache hiyo tabia. Lakini ndugu yangu Bwana Gerald, kumalizia, nimeshukuru sana na lazima nikushukuru na uendelee unavyofanya. Sisi tumeshukuru sana wana diaspora, mmetufikiria na siku zijazo ndakumbuka ya kwamba kipindi hiki kinakuja hapa masaa za New York, inaanza Jumatano masaa za huku na sio Alhamisi. Alhamisi ni kule Kenya. Kunradhi sana kwa kuweza kuchelewa. Asanteni.
Hamna neno. Arama
Gerald, kuna kitu hapo umeelewa kweli? Unajua Kiswahili haikuangi mdomo chako.
Unasikia Kiswahili is not my mouth. Lakini ya mambo Arama pia alikuwa amezungumzia mambo ya kuweza kufanya mambo kama tunaweza fanya jambo hapa nyumbani, tuweze kuona ni vipi tunaweza endeleza hii project pia ili tuweze kufikia watu wengi, tuweze kufanya pia mambo mengi kwa sababu tumeamua kutumia Kiswahili. So kwa hivyo Arama pia atachukua, unajua nasemanga uwezi puliza tarumbeta yako, lazima mwingine akupulizie. So Arama atazungumza kuhusu hiyo, lakini kabla ya hiyo wacha tuongee na Manyura pia.
Ashukuru sana. Sijui kama unanipata vyema. Hapa tumefika wakati wa baridi. Unaona hata nimevaa koti mzito.
Ndio naona umevaa jaketi.
Bado hii koti ilikuwa ya nyumbani, nikaona nivaa hivi. Ili iwe kumbusho kwamba bado tuko wa Kenya pale hata kama tuko mbali.
Ana check it.
Nashukuru sana. Hapa mahali tuko ni baridi kidogo, lakini huu mjadala ni wa maana sana kwa watu wetu.
Asante.
Hata sisi mahali tumeketi tunajaribu kujiuliza, je, hii Kenya yetu, watu wetu tutawabadilisha vipi? Tutawasaidia jinsi ipi ili waweze kubadilika, wautazame ulimwengu tofauti. So kwa hili maneno ambayo mnaendelea kujadiliana, tutazidi kuongezea jambo moja au mawili ili tuweze kubadilisha Kenya yetu. Nataka kuambia watu wote tuko diaspora ni kwamba nyumbani ni nyumbani. Wakati mmoja mvua itanyesha na utasema back home. Usirudi nyumbani kama hujabadilisha maisha ya watu wenyu. Nafikiri nitawachia hapo kwa sasa kwa sababu ya salamu ni mara ya kwanza kujoin. Nitakuwa nikiingia
wiki ijayo utachangia wa zaidi.
Ingawa hii Bitok hii sasa ni saa ngapi bana? Hii ni saa 8 ya usiku hapa.
Poleni sana. Poleni.
Wakati mwingine unajua hii masaa usingizi naye. Lakini tutajaribu kwa sababu nimengoja sana ni join mara ya kwanza, lakini tutakuwa pamoja.
No, umetoka plantation. Haya Gilbert jambo.
Hey, good morning watu wa Kenya, Bitok na Lucia, and good evening watu wa Diaspora. This is my first time ni join the conversation, but I've been actually following you every day, every morning. Hizo matimes zote huwa mimi nimekaa nikisikia mazungumzo kali sana.
Thank you so much.
But one thing I need to I want to add on. I was following the background. Now, some of the things regarding the BBI, one of the things that I have the concern about is the BBI. I think that thing need to be voted no completely hata wakijaribu kupitisha without the consensus. I mean, there are many things which doesn't make sense to me completely. They say they need to nominate 70 members of parliament. Tukitumia the history ile juzi vile walikuwa kijaribu when they were trying to vote consensus, when they were trying to find the bill kwa Senate. What these people they wali jaribu kusupport wale MPs ama senators wale who are nominated. So I think they wanted to use that formula ya sabotage nominated people, alafu wapate more votes, alafu it will be easy for them wapitishe zile policies they want to. So to me, I think that's bogus. We don't need that in Kenya. We need people to be voted in. Hata kwanza hiyo kitu ya hii kwanza kusema ati nomination. They need to scrap that thing away from the politics.
Umepotea. Na pia kuna link ya WhatsApp group hapa Arama, naona ameweza kuisukuma pale, unaweza join. Naona kuna jamaa anaitwa Oscar.
It's Kenya, from the laws in Kenya. That they're taking advantage of it. So another thing ni kuhusu diaspora. Nilikuwa nimesikia Lucia akisema I pity the Kenyans wenye wako diaspora who support the BBI. BBI in the first place, it didn't even I to support it in any way, because since tumekuja hapa US we never voted. I've never seen anybody talking about the diasporans. Juzi they didn't even put any clause kwa BBI inaweza support ama inaweza promote diasporan people, even to recognize kwamba we have millions of Kenyans in diaspora. So
we didn't acknowledge that.
Hakuna hata kidogo. So I mean, anybody who's supporting that, I mean, labda kichwa ni mbaya ama there is a problem. They need to be taken to the mental hospital, need to be analyzed on that. So come to the issue of unity of diasporans. I mean, they normally say you can move the monkey out of the forest, but you cannot move the forest out of the monkey. We are all Kenyans, bwana. We are all human beings. I mean, especially if we were born in Kenya, I can't expect anybody to be ukuja US alafu sema nimechanuka, nimesoma nini. I want to be like American people. It doesn't apply. The only people which I very sure they can wanaweza toa hizo vitu ya kusema ati mimi ni Mkale, mimi ni Mjaluo, mimi ni Mkikuyu, mimi ni Mluya, ni watoto wetu ama watoto wa wajukuu wetu. Those are the people wenye watakuwa they won't understand who is a Kalenjin. They won't even relate who is a Kalenjin, who is a Kisii. They will be finding themselves to be a Kenyan. Their origin is Kenyan. But as of now, as long as you are born, ulizaliwa Kenya ukakuja hapa hivi after high school, I'll say 9 out of 10 utaji-identify na your tribe. And that's how you're going to align yourself ukiwa hapa diaspora.
All right. So, Oscar. Naona wakati
imeenda. One more minute.
We only have 3 minutes.
And then there's another thing. We don't have the unity in diaspora. I mean, that thing goes back to Kenya also, because right now, the problem we face in Kenya, to be realistic, to be sincere to each other, is that the problem in Kenyan politics is a middle class right now. Who are the middle class involves my youths, my middle age. Sisi tumeabudu sana wanasiasa. We're supposed to be the one who are dictating the ship in the ocean right now, your politics ya Kenya, but we've been sucked into the politics who is who in Kenya, right? So unless we correct that, especially Lucia and Bitok mkiwa Kenya, we need, I mean, those are the things that we need to change.
Yeah.
Alafu tupate to realize the changes that we expect to have in Kenya. Meaningful changes in politics.
Thank you so much.
Other than that, sioni hiyo kitu kiapen.
Tutakwama kama tutafanya action, tutakwama. Oscar, haraka upesi, tuko na dakika 4 peke yake. Oscar?
Asante sana Bitok. Mimi kwa majina ni Oscar, vile umejua mimi natoka Iten. Na ninashukuru kwa hii kipindi aswa inatuleta pamoja. Kwangu ni kwamba kusema BBI ni jambo lingine haina maana kwetu aswa wananchi. You know, we don't have anything to do in BBI if we cannot think about the common mwananchi. I think I'll be briefly in that. As we move on, I'm gonna be here and check on you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, bro. I'm saying before, then I'll give it to Arama to run a round of last remarks. But before I give it to someone called, there's someone who just joined in. That briefly, I'll give him a minute. There's just Jogo, very quickly.
Hey, hi guys.
Hi, good to see you.
Hi. Hello. Niko upande wa Seattle, Washington. Wacha niseme mambo kidogo tu ya BBI. Hiyo BBI la tunashindwa. It's not even supposed to close anyone's mind. Juu hiyo kitu ni kama tu inataka ku set the pace for 2022 competition. Pia iko na maana sana kwa Wakenya. Unaona ni kama inatakikana watu wengine wakatai, isemekana ni wabaya, so they can the group. Lakini hiyo kitu si ya wananchi na tunahitaji tuikatae. We always get our priorities wrong. Sahi BBI si ya maana. Ile kitu ya maana ni kufikiria venye economy itaamuka. Hiyo ingine ni kufikiria venye madawa na nini na mambo za COVID-19. Nchi zote kama hata hapo wamesimamisha most of things. Kwanza kupigana na COVID-19. I work in a health sector. That's our priority now. Kenyan government supposed to get the priority right. Na kwa hiyo tu najua muda ni kidogo.
Muda umeenda. Arama, tafadhali endesha, please drive the last round of last remarks. Just drive the last round of last remarks with your remarks, and then you give your guys last round of remarks. Tafadhali, Arama, over to you.
All right, so
we only have 5 minutes. Yeah.
Thank you so much for attending today. Nawashukuru nyote, wengine wamekuja late a little bit, but it's been an awesome discussion. We need to continue. If you have not joined our WhatsApp group, please join so that we can continue this discussion also on the WhatsApp group and build up to next week. Tusingoje mpaka Wednesday asubuhi ndio tunaanza kuchangia. Let's continue the discussion there so that we can refine our topics and come back in this group and be more organized. I really appreciate you joining. As we develop, Bwana Isaac Lagat, you popped some ideas that I've had in my mind, and I will follow up on that on our WhatsApp group so that we can discuss more. I have some things that we can try to get together so that we can actually have the real influence and really impact to our people. The other thing is, people wamesema Gerald asitoke hapa aendelee kukaa kwa hii group, but one thing media, I work kindly somehow in media through my church organization, so I know what involves in media and stuff and everything. If you have a company, if you have an organization that can support or sponsor this media team right now, kindly, if you know somebody who can do that, hebu tuanza kuchangia hiyo mambo so that we can build up more and get these people stay on air all the time. Keep real quick, 30 seconds.
All right. My parting shots. Well, Isaac, I was with him in Kansas City through 2008 to 2012. Good to see you. Now, you raised a good point on investment in Kenya. I would only advise Kenyan diasporans to always invest using investment advisors in Kenya. They are registered. They will guide you, and you will not be using your family. If you use your family, you will have only yourself to blame. And the last one, I urge all Kenyans to reject BBI, whatever the shape or form it comes with. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Robert?
My prayers, and I still pray, Bitok, tafadhali, achana na siasa kabisa, The other thing is, I think what we can do right now, because we have set the ball rolling, a million miles is usually covered by a single step. We can look for an interim group, an interim caucus, how we can start rebuilding ourselves. This is how we can start. We are not going to start tomorrow. We are starting today.
Thank you.
Please join the WhatsApp group. Let us engage. We can agree to disagree. We can disagree to agree. We all have different opinions. We respect each other. But we can only take the little advantage that has made us come over here back to Kenya by giving them the right thing. Don't usichoke kusema ukweli. Sema tu ukweli. Hata Biblia inasema kuna mpanzi alitupa mahindi akipanda mahindi ama mbegu. Kuna zile zilianguka kwa mawe, kuna zile zilianguka kwa mchanga mzuri. So let us keep preaching. And please, Lucia and Bitok, I'm preaching. Muachane na siasa kabisa.
Wale tulikuwa siasa kusema nini?
Mbaki mumeokoka. Wale mlikuwa siasa mumeokoka. So mnaenda mbinguni. Politics is not, heaven is not for politicians.
All right, Emmanuel, 10 seconds. We are running out of time, so I'm trying to cut down on time. Quick.
Okay. Yangu ni kusema, thanks for the opportunity. At least Arama, I've communicated to you. Joel Bitok, tumeanza kuunite wa Kenya huku, so that's a good thing. Mimi, I'm not a supporter of BBI, so nimekataa hiyo story yake. I've seen some people that I know. Isaac Lagat, I think he's there. I used to see him in Marshall, Minnesota. Sijui kama ananikumbuka, but I'll communicate with him before, later. I'll have to tutaona vile mambo itakuwa. But thanks for the opportunity. Tutakutana next Thursday tena tuongee mambo mengi zaidi.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's go to Isaac.
Thank you so much, Rama. Thank you, Gerald and Lucia. By the way, Lucia, I didn't know I was going to meet you here. I've been seeing you kwa mtandao, saying your stuff. And I think for me, we need to promote the voices that can speak on our behalf back in Kenya. We have Gerald, we have Lucia. We will find ways to have our voices heard. And asante sana for everybody who is here. We'll continue to connect and see what's happening. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you. Kimechi?
Jambo la kwanza ambalo nitasema ni kuwa tulinde katiba, tutekeleze katiba. Na jambo la pili ni ya kwamba tunaweza kukongamana pamoja kama mandugu na madada huku walio nje ya nchi. Pia sisi wakiokota signatures za kufanya ukuzi wao, pia sisi tunaweza kuokota signatures ya kumake sure memorandum yetu na representation yetu na commission ya diaspora inawekwa na inatekelezwa ili mambo yetu yaweze kufanyika kwa urahisi. Asanteni sana. It was good meeting all you. Na asanteni sana. Have a good night and a blessed day too. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you so much. Bwana Monda.
Hey, Arama, I have to apologize again for coming late, but I have a slightly different opinion from from what's been talked about BBI, and also about people joining politics. I think Lucia and Bitok, if you want to join politics, please join politics. The reason being, part of the reason we have all these godfathers, the dynasties, and all the old names is we don't give our people alternatives. It's the same old names every single time. And if you're passionate enough, Lucia and Bitok, to join into politics, please go for it. And let us know, and we will fundraise for you to be able to do that. Have a vision. And then the second thing is, I also think the way BBI is being framed with the civil society organizations, I feel is a little underwhelming. You can't just say no BBI, Linda Katiba. What does that mean? If they're going to talk about that, they have to give a political alternative. Politicians are political animals. If Arama, you make it to the Senate or you make it to Parliament, you're going there to help yourself. We are rational egoists. You didn't go there because, yes, of course, you want to help your constituents, but you're also doing it for a personal incentive. So we need to frame the narrative, Lucia. When you talk to KLM, they need to frame the narrative and give our people alternatives. So if they say we're going to have these 5 positions, I would expect the civil society to come up with their alternatives on why the current presidential system is good and put it in numbers in a language that Kenyans can understand. Cost it. Say these 5 extra positions are going to cost you $100 million more. This is how it affects Wanjiku on the ground. We are proposing to have the system the way it is or tweak the system in 1, 2, 3 areas. But just saying BBI is all bad, I don't think is helpful, because These are politicians. And if Bitok and Lucia, when you get to parliament, this is what you'll realize. You're political animals. And you benefit through creation of some of these deals. Politics is not baking cookies. Politics is about power. It's a contact sport. Sometimes you have to make compromises. We do it here every time. Lastly, Bwana Rama, lazima niseme ya kwamba I'd really like diasporans to come up with 3 main agenda points. Let's also agitate certain positions. I'd like us, number 1, to have an input. Let's start with baby steps. Why don't we push to have at least 1 or 2 seats in parliament in the coming parliament, that we at least have representatives in parliament? The number, I'm not sure about, but we need to have voices in parliament. Secondly, elimination of barriers for diaspora people to serve in parliament. We saw with Mwende Mwinzi, all this politics of someone forcing you to throw away your US citizenship. Some people suffered over 20 years to get a US passport. How do you ask someone to walk away from that passport when you run away from Kenya facing so many problems to get this US passport? It's unrealistic. Someone throw it away. You know, we are Kenyans by birth. So I think these obstacles need to be removed. The third one, in conclusion, also is about our input in the nominees who are going to serve us in some of these embassies. I'd really like us to push to have some kind of say in terms of who is going to come to Washington, who's going to go to London, who's going to go to United Arab Emirates to represent our people. Because the caliber of people who are coming out to represent us in diplomatic mission, quite frankly, is laughable and is completely pathetic. And I'd really like us to have a say on that. So if we can use this forum and develop some clear, achievable turning points, not say we want a diaspora president tomorrow. That won't happen. But take the baby steps. Start with things like being able to agitate for our representatives in the embassies. Small steps like elimination of the barriers to diaspora serving. And then thirdly, thinking about getting at least 1 or 2 seats in parliament that will have a diaspora representative 100% of the time doing diaspora work. Asante sana Bwana Rama, Bwana Mwenyekiti, nimeshukuru.
Thank you so much. Bwana Njogu, I see there's a new guy who has come in, so I'll give him a little bit more time. Bwana Njogu, Mudhe, 20 seconds. Usiwe Monda ameongea kama mwanasiasa for 5 hours.
Monda
pole.
Bitoka kiingia siasa ujue hii platform imeisha. Kama umtetei wewe uko nje.
Monda stop Kobe's reggae.
Yes.
Kobe reggae imesimama.
Sisi watu wa diaspora tumejionea mengi, and I know we have great minds here.
Yes.
And if we continue like this, watu wa Kenya watajionea watu wenye wanajua put their views without fear or favor. And we have seen a lot, and we know a lot, and they can learn a lot from us.
Yes.
And we have great mind here. These people, they can give great mind. That's all, and thank you for this platform.
Thank you so much. Bwana Gilbert, Jamaa iPhone, I'm deliberately waiting for you to be the last person. So Gilbert, 10 seconds.
Hey, shukran sana, Mr. Bitok, Lucia, and Mr. Arama, our point man, watako hapa diaspora. Sema tu ni thanks for this opportunity nimepata hapa siku ya leo. Alafu the most important thing I would say that thanks Bitok kwa hii program. I think this is a beginning of sensitization to Kenyans who stand up for the cause and for the real liberation ya Kenya. Baba huwa anatuambia kwamba Kenya, we started liberation back in 1992. Repeal of section 2A. So tukakuja 2002, 2010 tukapata constitution, alafu ndio hii saizi tunaenda BBI. But I mean, by the end of the day, we have to do our own research and make sure to ensure tujue kwamba what are we going for in BBI. Is this change? Do we really need these changes, or we don't need these changes? We need to prioritize the things that we need in our country. Atusemi ati we are not able, we cannot compare ourselves with the US, but still, if we take the right step, if we take the right, if we have the right mind and attitude, I mean, we can be in the right track and we will be just like LAM2, the developed countries. And other than that, thanks so much, and I hope to join you guys again next week, and have a good weekend, Bitok and Watu Diaspora. Have a good night, guys.
Thank you so much. Bwana Manyura, 15 seconds, please.
Thank you very much, and I hope you are getting me very clearly.
Yes.
And I'm really happy that you have allowed us to speak in English a little bit, na Kiswahili kidogo. One of the things I want to be very clear about is that I participated in elections in Kenya. And one of the things I know is that it influences life for a long time. For instance, now elections in 1963 has really influenced Kenya up to date. So, guys, let us come together and influence the politics of our country.
Yes.
Don't tell us that you are going to leave this politics for the families, the dynasties and the hustlers. You know, let's all come together and influence elections like the way it is done over here where we are. The last thing I will tell you, that you are here and whatever you are doing, and you are seated here today or talking here today because of the politics of Kenya. So think about it. Let's come together and build Kenya, because at the end of the day, nyumbani. Kiswahili walisema, tulifunzwa Kiswahili pale kwa primary school zetu. Mwacha mila ni mtumwa.
Yep.
Asante sana Bitok. Let's come together. I will always be joining, though very late, but let's come and reason together. Like the Bible says, come together. Let us come and reason together. Thank you.
All right. I don't know if Ochi is still there. Kavi Ochi, you've been very quiet, but if you're there, maybe not. Mtu wa iPhone, it's yours. You probably have maybe a minute and a half.
Alitupa iPhone chini.
Inaonekana aliweka iPhone chini bwana.
I think he's there.
Yeah. So, all right. Okay. Real quick, we only have like a minute and a half before we close down the show. So, you are muted. If you can unmute yourself.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Victor from Dallas. It's a great forum. And the group in Kenya, they're doing a great work. The Gerald and the other ladies, they're doing
Lucia.
Yeah, Lucia, exactly. I love their show. I just wanted to say two things to us who are here in Diaspora. Yeah, we have been here. We always say we have seen a lot, about the governance, and we love all these things that we have seen here to happen in our country back in Kenya. Now, the problem that we have, and mostly if you look at Kenya, they keep on same group going back into politics, there is no change. It's upon us to create a strong group, something like an interest group that is so vibrant that if we take back home, we start to teach those back in the village about civil matters. And because I believe that our people in the village, they are not well educated to know about the governance. And that is why, anyone can go there and lie to them, and they keep on repeating, electing the same people. So if we have a strong institution here that we go back there, we pump money into the villages, teaching those people what governance is, it will make them have the right mind to choose the right leaders. But if we go back there without doing that, they will keep on just electing the same people. So that is something we have to do. Because if you look at even the Electoral Commission, they only got few months to election to teach about electoral, everything. So if these things can be started earlier, it will make the public be aware to know the meaning of governance. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Bwana Gerald and Lucia. We are grateful for the forum. We appreciate what you do, and continue doing this. Like Robert amesema, tafadhali hii siasa, lakini Monda amekuja amesema you can go to politics, but be true to yourself. This is the only forum. This is one of the forums we have. We know that bigger medias are not even focused on people's issues. They are focused on whatever they want to focus on. So keep on this going, gentlemen, and some ladies who join us, but then they dropped off. If you are able to join our WhatsApp group, if you're already in the WhatsApp group, kindly try to share the link, the group link, so that we can add more people to endelea na hii mjadala. We make our country better than what it is right now. Gerald, back to you.
All right, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It was really a great pleasure to have you. This was a very informative discussion. It was quite insightful. Though Monda amekuja na Kiswahili hatari sana, uchanganya kidogo, but we really appreciate. Lakini pia amesimamisha rege ya Kobe, amesema tusiingie kwa siasa. Monda amesema tuingie. Anyway, guys, I have the faith and determination to change things. You know, one step at a time. Unajua nasemanga hata kahawa, if you have a sachet of coffee, if you don't get it in the water, then you're never gonna have a drink to have. So it's always a pleasure to have you guys. Let's drive this change a bit. Pole pole tu, tusaidiane, we help each other. I can tell you that nations and countries have been changed by conversations like this. Conversations change nations. Conversations change the directions of each nation. Even in America, where it is today, is because there are people who spoke, including Kina Martin Luther King, Kina Malcolm X, and all those other people. So we can also speak and change our destiny and our nation the way it goes. I'm happy to have you guys. I hope to see you again next week. Tafadhali, let's keep the discussion going on in the WhatsApp. Isikuwa tumeongea leo, then Wednesday tuanze tena kukurupuka. Alafu tunakosa direction. So let's have this meeting going on, the conversation going on in the WhatsApp group. Alafu tuweze kuendelea. Monda na Harama, I really appreciate your support and the fact that you're pushing, we grow this platform, we become better. And I believe that all of us, we can do better, and tomorrow we can have a story to tell. All the guys who have joined in for the first time, we hope to see you again next week. Kina Joel, keep what were Australia. Keep expanding also. Where you are, keep expanding the community. Come uko Seattle, talk to more people in Seattle. If you're in Australia, talk to more people in Australia. Kila mahali ambapo mtu Alabama, wapi, expand the network there, so that next week as well, we have a bigger team who want to contribute to the direction of this nation. Otherwise, guys, I don't want to really bore you with a lot of time. We appreciate we overshoot by, I think, 17 minutes, but we are happy. We'll keep these conversations running. For the guys who have been joining us on WhatsApp, thank you so much. Nimeona conversations zinaendelea hapo, kina the Korir who is keeping things running there, kina Karobia, naona kuna watu Ombui still running the story there. Ombui alipotea at some point, alienda wapi? Kina Nanteman, we really appreciate that you guys have time to join us on the tackle. Guys, it's the tackle, and the tackle ends now. Hope to see you again tomorrow on another session. Until next week, guys, we're Diaspora. Tuonane. I love you guys. Take care. All right, guys. Kobe. All right, asanteni sana.
Arama, I had a quick nini. If you could actually just share the whatever on a daily platform, and share the WhatsApp, so that those people in diaspora can actually join. I think it could actually reach a lot of people. So probably next time when we are on the show, you can actually pin the link, and then people can actually, because I'm seeing on the comments somebody asking what your link.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'll
okay.
post it.
All right, no problem.
Good point.
Thank you, guys. This is the tackle, and the tackle ends now. See you again tomorrow. Bye bye, and we love you. Take care.